I actually scheduled the show for I actually scheduled the show for 105. You know what I'm saying? I figure I give myself like a good 5 minutes to, set up and get everything together, but wind up taking place at I was ready at 1 o'clock. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Listen, this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's going on, y'all? What up? My time is in the house. What's good? What's good, my brother? All right, so today on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about the shooting and the First Amendment. So, y'all know what happened on Saturday. Well, if you don't know what happened on Saturday night, there was supposed to be a journalist, like not a convention, but like an award show or whatever. And it was actually supposed to be rewarding journalists for exposing the Epstein cover up. Now, no, this is an annual event, and it's meant for journalists. And they normally have comedians there that roast politicians or whoever the stories surround as far as the journalists are concerned. But this year, instead of the journalists being there and comedians being there to support each other, Donald Trump was supposed to be the one that told jokes. So he was basically going to roast the journalists. And when I say journalists, I'm talking about writers, news writers, broadcast journalists, reporters, people of that ilk. So things went left, and there was a shooter. There was a shooter at the hotel where the event was being held. And ever since then, in typical Donald Trump fashion, he made the event all about himself. Now, of course, a potential mass shooting took place, but the guy had enough time to assemble the weapon in the place. It's all on camera. And, he's shooting randomly into the crowd. And then he took off. Dude was fast as hell. He was fast as hell. Turns out he had checked into the hotel a couple of days prior. So for people who are asking, well, how is it that he got into the event? There were no metal detectors or anything like that. Now you would think that at any event where the president of the United States is going to be, you would think that the security detail would be off the chain. Well, not at this one. Not at this one. So people who were watching it live, the shooting and everything, they did apprehend the suspect, and he's in custody. They found that he had checked into the room. They found a manifesto outlining his motivation for committing the crime of the shooting. And in the manifesto, he said that he refused to be under the leadership of a pedophile rapist and blah, 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 blah. Now, of course, Donald Trump, like I said, he did his typical Donald Trump thing, which was make the shooting all about him. So now it's an assassination attempt. Now, there's a good chance that it was an assassination attempt in the first place, but not necessarily towards him, because he said he refused to be under the leadership of pedophiles and rapists. Well, in the Trump cabinet, there are more people in the I was about to say the pedophile files, but in the Epstein files than just Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the most notable figure in the Epstein files, but he's not the only one in his cabinet, which would explain why they will not release all of the files. But Donald Trump took the podium right afterwards, which is why a lot of people think that the whole event was staged. If you see the video, it looks, you got people on there not running, not looking scared, not looking concerned. It's like, It'll be all over in the morning. But anyway, and Donald Trump takes this opportunity not to praise the Secret Service and security for making sure that nobody got hurt, not to apologize to anybody who was there to try to comfort them for the harrowing experience that they had, not to address the problem of gun violence in the United States. No, not to do that. He takes the stage. He gets on the mic to push for his ballroom. His ballroom, which was under construction, $400 million. It started off supposedly costing $200 million of private funds. Now, of course, Donald Trump being Trump, nobody knows the names or the list of donors. And come to find out that the taxpayers, you and I, are going to be the ones paying for this ballroom. Slips of the tongue, man, slips of the tongue. But that's not the important part. For him to push for the ballroom and then to say, you know, this shooting is not going to stop me from winning the war in Iran. You know, that same war that he said that he won a month ago. You know, the one that he said that he won within 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Well, it was shorter than 2 weeks. You know, their Navy is destroyed. Their anti-aircrafts are destroyed. Their leadership is destroyed. We killed them all. Everybody's dead. They have no leadership. They have no Navy. They have no anti-aircraft machinery. We won. We already won. Well, why are you still there? Oh, you know. But we won. Then this whole Strait of Hormuz thing. But anyway, the war that he said he won over a month ago, he's saying now it's not going to stop me from winning the war. Okay. The tricky part about all of this is that that Donald Trump was not in the room where the shooting took place. Yet he gets all of the attention for it being an assassination attempt. Oh my God, when they say you can't make this stuff up, you don't have to make it up. It looks made up. It definitely does look made up. But that's what we're talking about tonight. Now, what we're really going to be talking about is not just the shooting, but what happened after the shooting. Because, you know, Trump and the GOP, they're quick to say that the radical left are the ones bringing these assassination attempts to Donald Trump because they're lying to him. They're talking mean about him. They're making jokes about him. They are bringing violence to his doorstep. They are energizing other radical left would-be assassins to do violence. That's the part you can't make up because they say this shit, right? When Charlie Kirk got killed, did you hear anybody on the left say, yo, good? That's what he get. Did any of them say, live by the sword, die by the sword? He's the one who said that we need a few gun deaths every year to justify the Second Amendment. You know, right to bear arms. Those were Charlie Kirk's words. Did you hear any Democrats say that? What did you hear from the GOP? What did you hear from the GOP? Anybody remember? Because one thing about Donald Trump is that he makes your memory short because he presses you with new fucked up shit so much that you forget the shit that he said. That's why I made the poll question what it is. Y'all may not get the poll question. Y'all may not understand it because it doesn't allow me to write enough characters for his quotes. But that's how it's going down. What's going on? My man Jeff Sprayberry is in the house. And Carla, my girl Carla. So we're going to talk about how, since they want to say that the media, especially the left-wing media, those radical liberals, how they are so violent and they are inciting violence, I should say. Well, we're going to take a look at it. Because for somebody like Donald Trump to say that somebody is guilty of name calling or of inciting violence, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a few quotes from Donald Trump over the years. Because I'm like, you gotta fucking be kidding me. These are the things that Lindsey Graham and them won't talk about. Byron Donalds won't talk about. Pam Bondi wouldn't talk about. Kristi Noem wouldn't talk about. Pete Hegseth won't talk about. Kash Patel won't talk about. Any of those cabinet members, Todd Blanche won't talk about. But they'll say that the Democrats are the ones inciting violence all the time. Well, I'm having a hard time finding where this pot is calling the kettle black and it's adding up. I'm having a hard time. Maybe y'all can help me. Do me a favor. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. It will be worth it. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to have some fun tonight, but we're going to kick a few facts. We're going to kick a few facts. Kick a few facts. The thing that gets me about this whole Trump thing, like, I don't know how the fuck this man got elected twice. Like, the people who voted for this man twice. So the left is the one always inciting violence, right? This man promoted like thousands of people to storm the Capitol and incited them to kill his vice president. Called his vice president a traitor. And they went to the Capitol to kill Mike Pence. Literally went there to kill him. And then, they shitted and pissed all over the walls and all that kind of shit. After beating up some Capitol police. Violent shit. Violent shit. Broke in the Capitol, whooped some ass. Even a couple of people died. Not because of their wounds. But anyway. Those 1,500 people who got convicted through due process, got convicted of their crimes. On day one of Donald Trump's presidency, he exonerated each and every last one of them, regardless of what crime they committed and what the sentence was. He exonerated them on day one of his presidency. Day one. Because they were riding for him because they felt like his election was stolen. He knows that the election wasn't stolen, but he'll never give up that narrative because that will invalidate him. One thing you can always count on with Donald Trump is that no matter what the event is, no matter what the sport is, no matter what the competition is, he's always going to declare himself the winner. Always. Y'all figure out how he won or how he didn't win, but he'll always declare himself a winner. So he gets that into your mind. So it's easy for you to believe, if you are a sheep, that yes, we should ride for this man. He's doing something for us. For the working man, for the average American. Okay, fuck all that. I just wanted to go over the point that he exonerated, not exonerated, but pardoned 1,500 people that stormed the Capitol. And motherfuckers still voted for him again. So they would be pardoned. Now, find me a time in history where Democrats stormed the Capitol or told somebody to storm the Capitol because the election had been stolen, regardless of all of the evidence that proved that the election was on the up and up. Not only was it proven that the election was up and up, the voter fraud that they found was mostly on the right. Anyway, that was violence. Fucking Rudy Giuliani talking about we're going to have trial by combat. His bitch ass. We're going to have trial by combat. He pardoned Rudy Giuliani too. His old campaign buddy, the ugly one, Steve. What's his name? Steve Bannon. Pardon Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon had already served his time. He pardoned Steve Bannon. Now Steve Bannon can sue for being wrongly accused and incarcerated. This shit crazy. Oh, yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight, baby. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're just talking about, I didn't even get to the First Amendment shit. Because they say that Democrats are always censoring somebody and canceling somebody. Who got Jimmy Kimmel off the air? How about Stephen Colbert? Who got him off? Oh my God. Oh my God. This whole administration has been one big retribution campaign. Like Kamala said, I'm telling you, he's just going to go for all his political enemies. Nah, he's not going to do that. Trump said he was going to do it. What you mean he's not going to do it? He said he was going to do it. And did he do it? He might not have got you health care, but he got back at his enemies. He might not have lowered the cost of gas, but he got back at his enemies. He might not have lowered the cost of food, energy, electronics, recreation, or anything that has any value. Oh, no child care, no nothing. But he got back at his political enemies. Fuck you, you American, you dumbass GOP voting citizen, you with your 5-figure, 6-figure making ass. Fuck you. But I got back at my political enemies. Fuck you. Okay, y'all ready? Please hit the like button. Y'all being stingy with the likes. We only got 6 likes. Okay, well, let's see. Let me see. If y'all really mad at me, y'all see there's a phone number you can call in. We can get it popping. We ain't even talking. I didn't even get into the whole 60 minutes interview. Donald. Y'all saw the 60 minutes interview. Let me know. Hit the like button, y'all. Please don't be stingy with the likes. You know what I mean? Help a brother out. If you saw the 60 minutes interview, oh God, I can't. I fucking can't, man. Or if you didn't see the 60 minutes, fuck this shit. Let me let me put y'all up on the scoop. Let me let y'all hear the 60 Minutes interview. Yeah, I mean, you need to hear this, yo. You need to hear this. Let me see. Oh, fuck. All right. All right, we can do it.
Pairing.
Let me see here. Donald Trump's 60 Minutes interview on Sunday. Let me get the shortest. I don't want to get no long ass video. Let me see. Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay.
And I think the biggest issue now is the security around the president. They have
Fuck
to
all that. Just
fix
get
it.
to the
That was just
shit.
not good
Get to
enough
the
last
shit.
night.
Get to
And
the
they should have
shit.
learned their lesson by now. It makes me so angry and so worried for his life and his safety. All right, for more on the shooting, let's bring in now Sky News host Steve Price and the Nightly News chief writer Aaron Patrick. And by the way, we're crossing live to Washington soon for the latest.
Come on,
welcome,
man.
gentlemen. Good to see you.
Where's the thing?
Trump has called a 60 Minutes reporter a disgrace.
You're horrible people.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
With his crimes.
Wait, okay, hold on.
He also wrote this. I'm no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people. Horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me. I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person. You should be ashamed of yourself reading that, because I'm not any of those things.
I mean, Steve,
come on, man,
accusing him of deserving
get to the ballroom. The ballroom. All right, that's just a little clip. I'm not fucking with it. I ain't fucking with that. Anyway, so you ask him about the manifesto that the shooter left. Man, let me find a better video. Donald Trump's 60 Minutes interview from Sunday. Oh, shit. All right. Wait. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let me find a short video because y'all need to see this shit, because the fuck out of here. And this motherfucker got the nerve to be talking about conspiracy theories. How did he become president? Y'all remember? Y'all remember how he became president? You know, Barack Obama birtherism type. You remember when he said that he could produce Barack Obama's true birth certificate in 2 weeks? You know, 2 weeks is always his thing, 2 weeks. It's been damn near 20 years. How? But anyway, this motherfucker is wild, son. He's wild. All right. Hold on. Okay.
A day after shots rang out,
I don't want to hear that shit. Get to the fucking point.
I was standing up.
Incident as it unfolded.
These are the wrong videos. I don't want to hear it. Okay, maybe this one. I'm looking for.
He writes this quote,
Okay.
Administration officials, they are targets. And he also wrote this. I'm no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you. You would, because you're horrible people. Horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me. I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person. I got associated with all stuff that has nothing to do with me. I was totally exonerated.
Totally exonerated. I'm not a rapist. I've never heard anybody pronounce rapist that way. Hey, yo. Hold on. I've never heard anybody pronounce rapist. I'm not a rapist.
Bluetooth disconnected.
I'm not a rapist. What the fuck is you talking about, yo? All right. Let's go back. Hold on. Let me get you in on here, Kemp. All right, we good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, yeah. Now, what I thought was most interesting about him saying that he's not a rapist, he's not a pedophile, is this motherfucker has literally been accused and convicted of rape. Like, dude, check your fucking criminal record. Check it. Matter of fact, check your bank account because you had to pay her. You know, you had to pay. You have been convicted. Forget it. I'm not talking about the 34 felony counts. I'm not talking about that. Those are your other crimes. I'm talking about your sex crimes. Your sex crimes. You lost twice. You lost the first time, couldn't keep your mouth shut about it. And she came back and sued your ass again and won. Jury of your peers, you were found guilty of sexual assault. You a nasty boy. Do I think you're a nasty boy? Nasty Trump? Nasty Trump. Do you think you're a nasty Trump? You are. You fucking freak boy. We got a freak boy president. 2-time, 45 and 47. Y'all motherfuckers voted him back in again. And proud of yourselves. Well, look at you. Look at you. What up, Kim? What's good?
It's when she said, "Oh, you thought they were talking about you?" To get me. He didn't hear that part.
He said, you are horrible people. Like, fuck what he said. You say, I'm going to get at you for bringing it up on your show, being journalistic, like what he was trying to tear down the night before. This motherfucker been suppressing the First Amendment since he got in office. You know, he like the Wicked Witch of the West. No bad news from the Wiz. No bad news. I don't want to hear no bad news. Like, yo, listen, man, I am so tired of giving a fuck about this motherfucker. I am so tired of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is what we got on. This is what we got. Y'all they calling me the Black Where's Waldo because I got on a striped shirt. Y'all don't wear stripes. I love stripes. You know what I mean? All right. Okay. What up, Shame? What up? So somebody says, Roddy says, so what the shooter was saying is that they would have released if they would have released the Epstein files, he wouldn't have done it. No, he said he refused to live in a country run by rapists and pedophiles. So that's regardless of whether you release the Epstein files or not. Like he's sick of living in a country. I mean, he ain't wrong. We haven't found enough evidence to suggest Well, no, we have. I mean, this man said that he would date his own daughter.
He said they got sex in common.
I mean, what more
That's what he said.
what more evidence are you looking for? What does he have to say? What do you got to do? Catch him with little Amber? You know what I mean? You gonna put him in a closed room with little Megan? I mean, what do y'all want? What do you want him to do to prove himself?
Out of this country, so there's that.
But this whole First Amendment thing, for him,
He is the son of this blind country. So there's that.
man, listen. I mean, you can like this dude all you want. You can like Trump all you want. What you can't do is take away what he said. So for him to say that the radical left is inciting violence, well, who on the radical left said on Easter morning, open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards? Who on the radical left said tomorrow an entire civilization will be wiped out?
I guess it was Jasmine Crockett who said
He said an entire civilization will be wiped out. Just the threat is violence itself and illegal as fuck. He should have been placed in handcuffs just for saying it. But hey, as long as Trump is saying it, it's cool, right? But let somebody say, like, nobody, no journalist that I saw, no broadcasters that I know of said that Charlie Kirk should have been killed when he got killed. And all of them were wrong for not saying it. Because by Charlie Kirk's words, he would have killed himself for what he was doing. If you listen to what he said, your hero, Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. But let's see. Who said, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's so random. Do you know who said that Bob Mueller, when Bob Mueller died, when he died, who said that he now I'm glad he's dead, and now he won't be able to hurt anybody anymore with his words, and he suffered from.
He had a sense of humor, so.
Oh yeah,
that's mean that like that. He didn't mean it like that.
He did. That was a joke. Humor. That was a joke. Oh, okay.
Like so that's what they always say when he says stuff.
Well, I mean, he said it. He said it with a lot of. He said it with a lot of vitriol. He said it with a lot of vitriol. And when what's Mike Stivic from All in the Family? Was it Rob Reiner? When Rob Reiner and his wife, when Rob Reiner and his wife were killed by their son, did Donald Trump offer words of comfort?
Of course not.
Oh, he said a once talented actor and director who suffered from TDS.
Donald Trump syndrome.
Trump derangement syndrome. Don't get it fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Trump derangement syndrome.
He makes up so many terms and words like groceries. I get confused.
Well, I mean, I know, right? I mean, those comforting words? Like, this is the president of the United States. This the fucking president of the United States. Like, the bar has been set so low for the president of the United States now. This shit is just fucked up. This is the worst thing I could have ever.
It's the sexiest country around, so I'm just saying.
Oh no, you mean the hottest country? We're the hottest. We're hot. Before we were cold. A year ago, we were cold. Now we're hot. Who the fuck? What world leaders talk like that?
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, when Nancy Pelosi's husband got attacked in his home with a hammer, you want to talk about conspiracy theories? What was that? What was the conspiracy theory about that? Gay lover or something like that? He got what was coming to him. That's your president. That's your president. So
These people's president. He's not my president. I don't have one.
oh, there's more. Let me see. Let me Google violent rhetoric. Violent quotes from Donald Trump since 2015. A brief history of this only goes back to 2024. That's not far enough. That's not far enough. Hold on, man. Let me see. February 2016 on protesters. If you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously, okay? Just knock the hell out of them. I promise you, I will pay for the legal fees. On February 2016, I talking about a protester. I'd like to punch him in the face. Oh, more 2016 on waterboarding. I think it's great, but I don't think we go far enough on waterboarding, because waterboarding is a torture is outlawed as far as war techniques or yeah.
And don't forget he wants to bring into the firing squad now.
Oh, I hold on. You're going to love this one. May 2020 on George, when people were protesting about the killing of George Floyd. When the looting starts, the shooting starts. Like that. That's not violent though, right, Kim? That sound violent to you?
He's the president who said you want to see me go kick some ass. So never heard a president speak like that, but what do I know?
On 2018 on immigrants, why are we having all these people from shithole countries come here? Take them out. Take them out. Maybe he was talking about dinner. I'm sure he was, right? Yeah. No way he could have been talking about anything else. January 6th, 2021, before the Capitol riot. If you don't fight like hell, I remember what he said. If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. If you don't fight like hell, fight like hell. This motherfucker. March 2024 on the auto industry. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country if he's not reelected.
Hey, sure.
Little did we know it was a bloodbath when he got elected. All right. October 2024 on crime. If you had one really violent day, one rough hour, and I mean really rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. October 2024 on political opponents. We have the outside enemy, then we have the enemy from within. And the enemy from within, in my opinion, is more dangerous than China, Russia, and all these countries.
He's the dangerous one, though. That's the funny part.
I guess he told the truth then. October 2024 regarding Liz Cheney. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? That's not violent, right? This is the president of the United States. This is not like some YouTuber. This is not some podcaster. You know what I mean? This is president of the United States.
Well, remember, he wanted to see a fight. He wanted to see Mike Tyson fight Tom Laird. You can't forget that, because that makes all the sense in the world.
Let's see. Rise in rhetoric. Researchers at UCLA found the share of violent words in Trump speeches rose from 0.6 in 2016 to 1.6 in 2024. Targeting enemies. Trump frequently uses terms like Marxist, communist, fascist, and sick to describe political opponents like Nancy Pelosi. But he says that the radical left is the one always calling him a fascist. I mean, he hasn't done anything that in any way resembles a fascist, right? Like his own vice president, J.D. Vance, never called him a Nazi, did he? Did he? Did he? All right.
And did. And did.
All right, defense. Supporters often argue his comments are taken out of context, intended as jokes, or represent tough language rather than direct calls for violence. Well, see, this was in 2024. This. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's just some of the shit. That's just some of the shit. This is the president of the United States. He said, we dodged the question nuke by not electing Coconut Tree Harris, who was the worst VP in history. Really? We dodged nukes? Who told you that? Who told you we dodged nukes? Oh, Trump told you that. Well, we know he always tells the truth. We have no reason not to believe him. But Trump also told us that we won the war already. But then just yesterday, he said he's going to win the war. Which one is it? Oh, over a month ago, he told us we already won. What is it? You know, like this is getting harder and harder for y'all to defend him. It's always been hard. Like his quotes, his own words in his videos, no matter how far you go back, prevents you from making a valid argument in his favor. But his credibility is shot, except for you sheep. But listen, you can be heard tonight. You do not have to stay in the chat. If you would like to call into the show, I invite you to call in. Area code 215-518-6149. As a matter of fact, let me put it in the chat because I want y'all to make sure that you know what it is. Call in. No, matter of fact, let me just do it like this. Let me just do it like this.
People who like to sit in the chat and just talk and not gonna call in. It sounds good though. They think it's a good game.
Well, you know, we always we get
one or two who will call and have a mature conversation, but not very many.
Listen, the number is there for them. Whether they use it or not, that's on you. You know, on other podcasts, well, should I say on other live broadcasts, on other shows, they don't provide a number for you. They don't call your name out in the chat. I do it. You don't have to send me a super chat. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? We bring a different type of transparency and truth over here. You know, and I show no fear. But if you want to come over here and defend Donald Trump, I'm more than willing to hear you out. And as you can see, you know, I'll give you an open platform. There's no censorship on this show. You can curse, cuss, swear, you can lie, you can yell, scream, holler. I don't give a fuck what you do, because we're gonna have a conversation, and conversation needs to be had. The country is divided, and your president, the 47th president, is the one that is responsible for all the division in this country. All of it. All of it. You know what I mean? Even racism and discrimination prior to him, now he's totally responsible for it because he has reinvented it. He has reinvigorated it. But if you want to call in and talk about it, I'd more than invite you to call in. I'd love to hear your voice. Let's have some GOP energy up in here, because I would love to hear your point of view. I would love to see how you're going to spin this, because he gives you something to spin every single day. You know, I've been with women and I didn't even have sex with them every single day. but you got a president that you have to defend every single day. Y'all some freaky motherfuckers. I needed a few days of break. At least every other day. But y'all do the nasty for Trump every day. Y'all bend over for him every day. Every day. Every day it rains. Please hit the like button. Y'all cheating me. We have 58 people in here and we only have 15 likes. I know we can do better than that. I know we can do better than 15 likes. Please. I'm not asking you for any money. I'm not asking you to buy anything. I'm not asking you, to purchase anything. There are no commercials on this shit. You know what I'm saying? We run it straight through. All I ask is that you hit the like button. If nothing else, this conversation is and will be entertaining. All right, so Kim, what's on your mind, Mom? Because it sounds like you have something on your mind or on your chest that you need to get off.
It's funny how you mentioned about Jimmy Kimmel. And first thing this morning, he and Melania were calling for him to be fired again.
Right.
How do you have time to worry about a talk show host when you're running the country? How do you have time for a talk show host when you have us in the middle of a war? How do you have time to worry about a talk show host when it was just an alleged shooting, an attempt on your life, an assassination attempt on your life? How do you and your wife have time to be so concerned with a talk show host? It's amazing. It's amazing that this man who is a has-been has your attention so much that every week you're calling for him and the others to be fired. Seems like you're pretty invested into these guys, in my opinion. So yeah, that's that.
You say because wait. Somebody in the chat says because he's not a politician, he's a businessman who claps back. Well, when you're the president, you're a businessman when you are in private business, when you're a private citizen, when you have been elected to political office, you are a politician. Now, you're right in that he's not a politician because no politician has ever been this bad. So you're right, even when you're wrong. So, like literally, or should I say figuratively, you're wrong. But literally, no, I'm sorry. Figuratively, you're right, but literally, you're wrong. The president of the United States is absolutely a politician because, and let y'all tell it, he has policy, right? It's hard for y'all to, besides the easy shit, like he's not good at writing things down or remembering things well, but he governs with his feelings. You said we've had way worse? No, my dude. Or are you a woman or a man? It doesn't matter.
What is the word?
Yeah. There's never been anything like worse than this. Not even close. There's never been a president in history that you could not go to bed at night and not think about what you're going to hear the next morning. There's never been a president like that before this. Not at all. Not at all. And for any of y'all dumbasses who want to believe that Iran was about to nuke the United States, I have a bridge in New York that connects Queens to Brooklyn. I'll sell it to you.
He said out of his own mouth, I just had a feeling. He didn't have a fact. He just had a feeling. So
he did say that. He did. He said he had a feeling. It went against every inspection, all intelligence, international intelligence at that. Not just the United States, but international, NATO, everybody. Everybody said, no, they ain't got no nukes. Yeah, but Netanyahu told me to do it, so I did it.
Years ago, the first time he said they were they were rid of them. He
last year.
Himself, he got rid of them. They were gone. They
What
don't
was
exist.
no, Kim, what was the word he used? What was the word he used?
Obliterated.
Oh, obliterate. What does obliterated mean? Hold on, let's look it up.
I mean,
what is the definition of the word obliteration? Let's see. Obliteration is the act of destroying something completely, leaving no traces, or the state of being completely wiped out, erased, or rendered unrecognizable. He obliterated. You know what he really obliterated, Kim? His sense. He obliterated his fucking sense. He makes no sense. He ain't got none left. There's none left. I was looking for his sense. He ain't got none. He ain't got none. He obliterated him in June of 2025. Then he had to come back in 2026 and re-obliterate him. Has a country ever been re-obliterated before?
Every day he says they don't have weapons. Every day he says that they're done with, their military is over, their navy is destroyed, their leaders are destroyed. He says this every day, but then in the same breath he says, we're going to go in and destroy. Well, destroy what? Destroy who? What am I missing here? Because my understanding of gone means they don't exist. That's what gone means. Whatever this entity is you're speaking of no longer exists. So if it doesn't exist, what are we going in to do? Who is keeping the Strait of Hormuz under their control? I'm just trying to understand. If everybody is destroyed and our warheads went in and we demolished and we got rid of them. We destroyed them. We did all these things. You know, our hungry military.
So he said that he killed all they. He said they have no leadership, right? He killed them all, right?
That's what he did.
Well,
then he's saying their leadership is confused about who's the leader.
Okay.
So which one is it?
Well, if they have no leadership, who have they been sending JD Vance and Jared what is it? Kushner? What's his first name?
Yeah, Jared Kushner.
Yeah.
They just been going over there talking to the walls. They not going to talk to anybody.
So they went to Pakistan.
They want to talk to the people who's making the who's doing the Lego videos. That's who they're going to talk to. Their people.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, they meeting with somebody in Pakistan. Are they meet with the Pakistanis? Because that's not what Trump said.
Making the Lego videos. That's who they want to meet with.
All right. Somebody in the chat said, and I think this is funny as hell. People were in fear when Biden wasn't really running it. His handlers did it all, and he took naps and crapped his pants and ate ice cream.
Oh, but unlike the president, who, let me be clear, one took a nap in the middle of the conference, and the conversation, woke up and said he has to have the shit. And then the one who was there speaking so bad, the little girl turned and said, I want to leave. That same one, or the one who all the world leaders were like, this nigga stinks. We can't sit next to him. Oh, okay. The one we watch sleep every day.
I mean, he sleep all the fucking time. I mean, talk about the pot calling the kettle black. But
I've never seen Joe Biden fall asleep like that. I'm just saying.
What I think is interesting is that they, Trump supporters still want to bring up Biden and Harris and Obama. I'm like, talk about your boy. Because one thing is for sure, when Biden was in office, you didn't hear them talk about no other president, not even Trump. And when Obama was in power, they weren't talking about George Bush. You didn't see him blaming George Bush for everything and all that old shit. Well, when you don't have any policy, I guess you have to go back to whatever you think was a little worse than what you had. But I'm trying to figure out how you can do worse than this, because your gas is high as shit, your food is high as shit, your energy bills are high as shit, your recreation is high as shit. The government is still partially closed down. That's on the back burner. It's not safe for you to fly. Shit is. I mean,
Hey,
he was
I got one better for you. He wanted the World Cup in the United States. He wanted FIFA to bring it here. Now, what I do know about this sport that makes more money than any U.S. sport on the planet, this is one where the tickets are always sold out at least 6 months before the event. Hotel rooms are booked not just in cities and states, but in the country. The countries make money off of this world sport. Right now, it's either 120 or 122 civil liberties from different world countries have red flagged the United States as an unsafe place to travel to. So guess what money is not being made from this major event that has existed forever, and other countries have made mega money from, and the United States can't even sell out hotel rooms to the point where our hotels are giving, they used to give half price a few months ago. Now they're discounting by, I don't know, a fourth of that, because they can't even sell out motels for people to come. And he threatened one of the teams. And then he thought he could replace a team that qualified with a team that didn't qualify, to the point that that president was like, no, man, we don't do that. That's your bullshit. We don't do that. And we're offended. And I don't think we're going to participate as long as it's in the United States. As a matter of fact, we won't be coming. And so, following their president, the spectators said, well, we're not going to spend our money either, and we're not coming.
Okay.
I've never heard any other president cause that kind of destruction. I haven't even known of another president going to tear up the White House.
You know, I normally don't really give a shit about what other countries say about the United States, but
I used to not, but I do now, because it makes a difference.
But the thing is, this is irreparable damage on the world stage. And when I say the world stage, I'm talking about, you know, when you've turned the United States into an isolationist country, you diminish their world power status.
Yep.
You can't be a world power without allies. Yep. Because now they're looking for alternatives to your currency, to your trade. They have no confidence in you anymore. When you running around here talking about taking over Greenland, and then you bomb, we didn't bomb, but you took over, you did bomb Venezuela. Then you're talking about Canada and Mexico. Your territorial pursuits has alienated the rest of the world. And then you bomb Iran under the urging of Netanyahu, who everybody agrees, even Trump supporters agree that Netanyahu is fucked up. And he's nothing but a war criminal and a genocide. Anyway, so this is what when people talk about policy, I think like, do you know what policy means? Because a lot of Trump supporters, they say policy, and then when you really ask them what's his policy on things, and they don't fucking know. Because tariffs is not a policy. So what's his policy on anything?
I mean, his policy is his feeling. That's all I know him to have.
This man said that we don't have enough money for health care or child care, but you need more money for the defense.
He said that's all we have money for. That's all we have money for, a war that's over.
He straight up said that we don't have money for child care. But it's not surprising because he didn't seem to even know what child care the fuck was when he was campaigning. His thing was, well, child care is child care and we need it. And he never answered the fucking question. The question was, what are you going to do about child care? Matter of fact, let's bring it up. Because I remember this. Donald Trump on child care in 2024. Let's see. See, they now they got the current one. I'm talking about when he was campaigning. Damn. Damn. Oh, man. I should have saved it. I should have saved it back then. You know, I'm going to YouTube. Donald Trump and healthcare. Oh, damn it. All right. Donald Trump and child care 2024.
Donald Trump and child care 2024.
Okay, wait a minute. That's a year ago. No. Okay. See, this motherfucker is so toxic that his old videos they get rid of and shit. Wait, I think that no. Okay, wait.
Families.
Okay.
But the real cost of breaking families' backs and preventing women from participating in the workforce is childcare.
This is 2024.
Childcare is now more expensive than rent for working families and is costing the economy more than $122 billion a year, making it one of the most urgent economic issues that is facing our country. In fact, the cost of childcare is outpacing the cost of inflation, with the majority of American families with young children spending more than 20% of their income on childcare. One thing that Democrats and Republicans have in common is that both parties talk a lot about what they're going to do to address the childcare crisis, but neither party has delivered meaningful change. If you win in November, can you commit to prioritizing legislation to make childcare affordable? And if so, what specific piece of legislation?
Specific.
Well, I would do that, and we're sitting down. You know, I was somebody. We had Senator Marco Rubio, and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue. But I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that because the child care is child care, it's pretty, you know, there's something you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations.
Let me stop this for a second. You see this bullshit? Now, I don't know if y'all noticed that she asked him a direct question and she asked him what would he do about child care specifically. And y'all wanted to say y'all wanted to say that Kamala Harris was spewing word salad. I taste tomatoes, lettuce, the cucumber, fucking onion, You know what I'm saying? There's carrots in this shit, some egg, some chicken in this bitch. But let me rewind a little bit. Cause let me show you how to not answer a question that you don't know how the fuck to answer because you have none.
Childcare affordable? And if so, what specific piece of legislation will you advance?
Well, I would do that, and we're sitting down. I was somebody. We had Senator Marco Rubio, and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue. But I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that because child care is child care, it's pretty, there's something you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get used to it very quickly. And it's not going to stop them from doing business with us, but they'll have a very substantial tax when they send product into our country. Those numbers are so much bigger than any numbers that we're talking about, including child care, that it's going to take care. We're going to have, I look forward to having.
So he told you, fuck child care, tariffs. Just in case you're not, hold on. Wait, because nah. He said what he's doing is like, I don't want to talk about childcare. I want to talk about these tariffs. And so he's talking about tariffs when the question was specifically, what would he do specifically about childcare? And he's talking about tariffs. And this motherfucker branded not answering questions directly and going off on a tangent. And they call that the weave. Y'all let him get away with this shit, and that's how we got here to 2026. That's how we got the fuck here in 2026. By letting him get away with this shit. So in 2026, no child care, but he told you right here, all I give a fuck about is tariffs. So when you ask me about a real human issue, a family issue, a community issue, a child issue, an important American issue, he tells you that we're going to make so much money through tariffs that we won't even give a fuck about childcare because I don't give a fuck about it. I'm rich and I don't have to pay for childcare. I don't like that tariff money was going in your pocket. But let's continue.
I mean, he said.
Wait. Hold on.
Compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get used to it very quickly. And it's not going to stop them from doing business with us, but they'll have a very substantial tax when they send product into our country. Those numbers are so much bigger than any numbers that we're talking about, including child care, that it's going to take care. We're going to have, I look forward to having no deficits within a fairly short period of time, coupled with the reductions that I told you about on waste and fraud and all of the other things that are going on in our country, because I have to stay with childcare. I want to stay with childcare, but those numbers are small relative to the kind of economic numbers that I'm talking about, including growth, but growth also headed up by what the plan is that I just told you about.
What fucking
trillions of dollars, and as much as childcare is talked about as being expensive, it's relatively speaking not very expensive compared to the kind of numbers we'll be taking in. We're going to make this into an incredible country that can afford to take care of its people, and then we'll worry about the rest of the world. Let's help other people. But we're going to take care of our country first. This is about America first. It's about make America great again. We have to do it because right now we're a failing nation. So we'll take care of it. Thank you. Very good question. Thank you.
He said very good question. You know why he said very good question?
You talked about how the increase.
He said very good question because they let him get the fuck away with not answering shit. And then all he had to say was, we're going to make America great again. And that's all these dumbasses needed to hear. And they started cheering. And he thought, he said, hey, I'll put one over on them again. Now, for those of you who are listening, whether you are pro or con, what was his policy on childcare? Please put it in the comments. What was his policy on childcare? What was Donald Trump's policy idea Remember, this is what he was campaigning. This is the shit y'all let him get away with. What was his policy on childcare? Hold on a minute. Yeah, hold on a minute. All right. Like I said, for those of y'all who are listening, what was Donald Trump's policy on childcare? Because she asked him what would he do specifically to address childcare? I heard him talk about the tariffs and how he was going to, other nations weren't going to like it, but they would get used to it, and it was going to bring so much money in this country compared to childcare. Basically, he told you fuck childcare. He said you won't even have to worry about childcare, as if the money coming from the tariffs were going to go into your check and pay your childcare, your childcare bill. Oh, I'm hearing the echo. Somebody gotta turn down the device, or you know what I mean, or get off of speakerphone or something. But what did he do about childcare? What? Because I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I mean, all my Trumpers out there. I know some of y'all out there. Please hit the like button. Because I didn't hear anything about childcare, like what he would do. And then just a couple of weeks ago, he said that, nah, we ain't got no money for childcare. Just like he said in 2024. He said it in 2024, and y'all didn't listen. What y'all thought? What is y'all?
The whole conversation about affordability was fake narrative and a con job. That's what he said.
Woe is me. Whoa. Hold on. Let me see.
Why would we expect him to?
Ah, fuck. Fudge. All right. Wait a minute. Why do we have to play these games?
Yep.
Okay, my bad. Hold on. Wait a minute. What the fuck happened to Troy? Oh, shit. All right.
Same time.
Please leave your message for.
All right. I'm not gonna fuck around with this shit. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Like, what did our parents tell us when somebody tells you who they really are? Believe them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he told us.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Kels? How you doing?
Troy.
Oh, I mean, he don't really have to tell you who he is. He just, I've never seen so much shit in my whole life, man. I mean, that was he. In one day, he said what he did yesterday. He said during that interview with 60 Minutes, he brought up what the guy had said. He snapped on it. Well, I knew you gonna bring that shit up. Bitch, he did everything. Only thing he didn't do was just call her bitch. He said, bitch.
Yeah.
One thing is, she said, "Oh, you thought they were talking about you?" That's exactly what she said. That's how stupid he sounds. Oh, you thought they were talking about you, and he still wanted to say what he wanted to say. He's already wanted to do this interview, sir. You wanted to do this interview.
He indirectly implicated himself as everything. Oh, you talking about you then, huh?
Tell on yourself.
And then turn back around and just jump on Jimmy Kimmel talking about, take him off the TV. I don't want to talk about me and my wife.
First thing this morning.
Freedom of speech, huh?
That's the first thing they did. Got on both of them back to back. Get them off the air. Get them off the air.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And that boy, then the boy, I don't even understand how that boy ran that fast. At the little convention type shit. I don't even know how he was running that fast.
He had that Steve Austin in him.
What was strange to me was, one, it's supposed to be letter where everybody's on there, but specifically, let's exclude Cash Patel. Everybody else except for him, his name is excluded in this letter. That's one. Two, boy, they got that information quick. They knew all the details about this man within 10 to 15 minutes. Now,
Motherfucker. You know what? I'm not. Yeah, hold on, man. I know that the audio sounds different when shit, hold on. No. Okay. So yeah, y'all just gonna have to rock out with the phone or audio. Cause I'm not gonna be playing with this shit all night. Sorry. I mean, as long as y'all can make out the sound. But
yep.
Yeah, sorry. Hold on. Yeah, my bad. So yeah, I'm not going to be fighting with this shit all night. We good.
If it happens again, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm officially not worried about it. This is me not worrying.
Well, what I was saying is, so they have the letter that excludes Cash Patel from everything. Everybody else, excluding him. That's strange. Then the level of how fast they gathered all this information. How did they get all that information so fast? They've never gotten information about anyone that quick, but boy, they had it down to a T. What school he went to, what he did, what his name was, his age, his birthday, where he lives, all this information.
You mean sort of like the FBI? Like how they gather intelligence the way they're supposed to? Cash Patel must not have been on the job. He was too busy shielding his girlfriend.
But then they saw somebody sitting there eating a salad. It's all this shooting and stuff going on, but you sitting there eating a salad. Fuck out of here.
It's not an attempted assassination if the man is not in the room. You can't call that an assassination unless they're aiming. An attempt means I'm attempting to do something to you in that room. There's no attempt. He didn't even make it to the room. Matter of fact, he ran so fast. And the thing about it, Secret Service, for him to get off a couple rounds, and the Secret Service don't return fire, so that give me room for pause right there.
Hey, if you watch the video, I'm just saying, 1 minute everything is black and white, but then you see a little piece of color on the guy running. And I was like, well, that looks like what I know about warped AI. I'm just saying.
Listen, I just, like, me and son was talking about it earlier, and like I said, in anywhere that the president go, if the president said that he was coming to Philadelphia on Saturday, they would send the Secret Service here tomorrow to make sure everything is okay for him when he comes here on Saturday.
Immediately.
So you mean to tell me this is in D.C., not that far away from the White House, and you're telling me that they didn't even do their homework there? Yes, the guy might have already been in the building, but you, even with the people that's staying at the hotel, you're investigating everything about these people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is just unbelievable because it's not even so much. I don't want to hear nothing about this an attempt assassination. You can't attempt nothing. I'm attempting to punch you in the face while you on stage, but I'm outside the room.
I mean, he got the bionic ear, so why are we surprised? He got that bionic ear that healed in 24 hours after being blasted out. So I'm just saying, why would we not think anything other than reality than what our eyes show us? You know, our constant lying eyes and ears.
This man hits us. He hits us with the Jedi mind trick every fucking damn day.
And they believe it every time. This was just, to me, this was just as fake as say just as much as that pretend ear shooting, that pretend fall, that pretend all of those things that have happened.
When I seen this shit pop up as special report, I knew it was a sketch off of Saturday Night Live because I couldn't believe this shit. I said, no, come on now. No, come on.
I was watching the event as it happened. So I was like, well, wait a minute. People aren't even running or nothing. It was like a pause before a reaction. That's the part that was crazy. It was like a pause before a reaction.
It's like somebody in the room.
It's your turn. Hey, you missed your cue.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like.
Yep, that's what everything happened. Because I was watching the thing as it happened, as it unfolded. So that's why I'm like, wait a minute. So of course, when they're showing the clips now on the news programs and they've interrupted my programs that I wanted to watch, I'm like, well, that's not the same thing. They clipped out this part because this is the part I actually saw when I was watching this event take place over here. So this part has been clipped out, and I haven't seen anybody show this part that's been clipped out that I watched with my eyeballs. But I see all these other parts that happen after. So I'm just waiting for somebody to run back the video from what actually happened when everything took place. That's what I want.
They put that board and they got somebody. How do you do it when they went when they got to hide the mafia guys and stuff after they snitch? Witness protection.
Witness protection.
Witness protection gram already. They already put him in the. They found a different country to put him in and everything.
I don't know.
They got him. What'd you say?
I don't know. I think he gonna start telling.
Sadly, they'll kill him before.
Oh yeah, I was like, what am I thinking? He about to hang himself tonight.
Yeah, you better. Just enjoy the high life over in Italy, eating that homemade pasta with that homemade gravy and some chicken parm, tiramisu, nice glass of wine.
Yeah, we know it's pure BS.
There's no way.
Well, I just think about like on that 60 Minutes interview, how he blamed the interviewer for asking the question. And continued to berate her. And she just took it on the chin. You know, what the reason I call this the shooting in the First Amendment, because the First Amendment is so dead. When you have done to the press what Donald Trump has done to him, like when you have convinced all of your followers that the free press is unreliable and not credible, but everything he says is reliable and credible, even though none of it passes the eye test or the smell test, and even in his supporters' minds. But somehow they went along with it, and they'll go along with it. We have a bigger problem than we ever could have imagined before, because this goes everywhere we need to curtail it. Okay. So what I'm looking at when I'm watching this interview, and I didn't watch the whole interview, but I watched excerpts from it. And when I hear this dude say, I've ended 8 wars, and he's been saying this since last year, and no news outlet, whether it's supposed to be a Democratic news outlet or a GOP outlet, nobody has ever asked, what wars did you end? Like, he gets challenged on nothing. And you have to really look at what's being done and why they're not challenging him. He's so litigious. He will sue for every little thing. And whether he wins or not is not even the problem. It's when you bring up the question, which makes you have to, which can make you look like you're wrong or that he's credible just for suing you. And so some of these dumbass media outlets have went ahead and paid off settlements and let him win, because they knew that they would make that money back in covering him. So you have to wonder if even his opposing networks, or the networks that supposedly oppose him, you have to wonder what their motivation is. Like, do they really want him not to be president anymore? Do they really want him gone? Because that's going to have a direct negative effect on their paychecks, on their bottom line, on their bank accounts, on their livelihood. So, yeah, it makes sense for them not to question anything that he says, because they know that he'll either try to shut them down, or he won't grant them access to the White House and places like that. He'll make it really, really hard for them. Huh?
His people run the FCC, so he'll wrap them up in fines for as long as they exist, and it'll cost them so much money to continue going back and forth in court with him. So that's his other attack too.
Well,
he's not going to win in court, but
well,
it costs him so much to keep battling him in court.
Well, he has won some, and I don't think he.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
Most of the cases that he won, they just settled.
Yeah,
because
people get tired is they're exhausted.
It's not that they're exhausted. It's not necessarily that they're exhausted. They have the resources to keep on fighting, but fighting him will be counterproductive, because they're going to make so much more money from him then they're going to have to pay out. Then they make the executive decision to just go ahead and pay out and make the money up in covering him. And evidently, that's the lucrative decision to make because all of them have made it.
Because it takes me out for the past couple of days. Now, this cycle right now, you're going to hear nothing but this for the next, week or two, with just a sprinkle of Iran.
Well,
you pretty much just dismantled the Epstein files because nobody talks about that anymore. I mean, it's just every time you turn around, he does a great job at let's change the narrative. But with him changing the narrative, it doesn't only hurt people. It honestly get people killed.
Donald Trump.
For the Epstein files by having a war with Iran.
Donald Trump has been insulting the media and complaining about the coverage of him since way before he ever became president, since way before he even thought of it. I saw an interview with him and Barbara Walters, and Barbara Walters was not fucking backing down from him. Y'all got to see this shit. As a matter of fact, I don't know if everybody in the chat has seen it. So we need to bring this shit up because I was like, yo, rest in peace, Barbara Walters. I never liked her ass either, but shit. Where they say your enemy's enemy is your friend. Hold on. Bless you too. Hold on a second. I got two more coming.
We'll bring another one out.
It's taking a sweet time. I hear it bubbling. I feel it bubbling. Hold on. Donald Trump, Barbara Walters interview.
Donald Trump, Barbara Walters interview.
Damn, man,
Shit, my TV said so much.
Okay, wait. Okay, here we go.
The new book is entitled Surviving at the Top. There are many people.
I want you guys to listen to
damn,
what
man.
Lodge said to Doug Wilson.
Supersonic motivating Well, the new book is entitled That's not it. Surviving at the Top.
That was that shot.
There are many
Hush.
people who would say failing at the top.
Well, I think what the press has done is taken a situation where they see something and blown it to kingdom come. I've never seen anything like it. Whether it's a marriage, by the way, or whether it's financial, I've never seen press reporting as I have with regard to me. And I hope the general public understands how inherently dishonest the press in this country is.
As a member of the press, let me try to clear up some of the things which you say aren't true. You write in your book, my bankers and I worked out a terrific deal that allows me to come out stronger than ever. I see the deal as a great victory, and eventually the rest of the world will too. Being on the verge of bankruptcy.
Hold on. Let me I want to go back to where he said
the general public understands how it as I have.
Now, this is an old ass. This is 1990. This motherfucker been bitching about the press since 1990. And why? Because they report on his actual financial fuck ups. So around 1990, what are we talking about? We talking about casinos starting to go down in Atlantic City, other business ventures, that are on the record failures. But who is he blame? The press. So if you think about 36 years ago, he was talking this same shit. You're going to hear 2026. If you missed it, let's go.
With regard to me. And I hope the general public understands how inherently dishonest the press in this country is.
As a member of the press, let me try to clear up some of the things.
Wait, I didn't go back far enough.
Anything like it. Whether it's
God damn, man. All right.
Well, the new book is entitled Surviving at the Top. There are many people who would say failing at the top.
Well, I think what the press has done is taken a situation where they see something and blown it to kingdom come. I've never seen anything like it. Whether it's a marriage, by the way, or whether it's financial, I've never seen press reporting as I have with regard to me. And I hope the general public understands how inherently dishonest the press in this country is.
As a member of the press, let me try to clear up some of the things which you say are untrue. You write in your book, my bankers and I worked out a terrific deal that allows me to come out stronger than ever. I see the deal as a great victory, and eventually the rest of the world will too. Being on the verge of bankruptcy, being bailed out by the banks,
Well, you don't have to say that.
skating on thin ice and almost drowning, that's a businessman to be admired.
You say on the verge of bankruptcy, Barbara, and you talk on the verge, and you listen to what people are saying.
I talk to your bankers.
Well, that's fine. And what do they say? I mean, depending on which banker you're talking to, what do they say?
Let's try to be accurate.
Go ahead.
Some of your friends have told us that you deliberately missed a payment on the Trump Castle debt so that you could negotiate this deal with the bank. Is that true?
Did I deliberately miss it? In other words, did I just say I'm not paying it?
Yeah,
for a
because then I can
specific
deal with my banks and I can get short-term, agreements over the long term.
Well, I don't want to comment as to whether or not I deliberately missed
Why
the
not?
payment.
That's
I think that the deal that's been worked out is a fair deal. The castle is doing very well. It's starting to do really well. Atlantic City is in the midst of a recessionary area. People are not going down like they used to because they don't have the money.
And the Taj Mahal, which was going to save everything, is just about breaking even, and your other two casinos are down 20% from last year. You have debts to pay back.
Right.
You have huge loans to pay back. You say the country is in a depression. What makes you think?
Did y'all notice how different he is when he's challenged? When he can't control the narrative, when he can't tell you to start, when he can't tell you, hey, I'm talking, I'm the president, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But you see how different it was? And this is objective journalism. I never liked Barbara Walters, but I appreciated this because this is a lesson that we have forgotten today. He's different when you press him because he can't fight facts. That's why he normally tries to take over the conversation because his facts just. I'm sure. What'd you say?
And he couldn't bully her.
He couldn't. He wasn't. He was just a businessman here, a private citizen.
Everyday civilian. He couldn't bully her, and she was a beast.
And she did her fucking homework. All of these reporters nowadays have done the same kind of homework, but they wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare spit those facts. And all of the facts are verifiable. This is public record shit. But he always tried to keep his private business earnings private, but they're public. Just like in the United States, the United States citizens have a right to know the health status and the financial status of their president, and he makes sure that he doesn't release anything. And if he does, he's not going to release the part that really matters. He's going to control the whole narrative. Is going to be a bunch of bullshit. But I just want to finish the rest of this shit. All right, let's go.
That you can pay back those loans, and further, what your bankers have told us is that the only way you even have a chance is by selling that property out there totally, the plaza.
Well, I don't know what the bankers have said. The plaza is a very valuable property. Everybody told me, oh, you paid too much, you paid too much. Now they're all saying what a great deal he made on the plaza. Well, I think you'll find that it's a great deal.
This bitch said, no, you're not. No, they're not. Holy shit.
that you can pay back those loans. And further, what your bankers have told us is that the only way you even have a chance is by selling that property out there totally, the plaza.
Well, I don't know what the bankers have said. The plaza is a very valuable property. Everybody told me, oh, you paid too much, you paid too much. Now they're all saying what a great deal he made on the plaza. Well, I think you'll find that it's a great deal when the deal is all said and done. I mean, the plaza is doing very well. The Taj Mahal broke every record. That doesn't mean it's doing well. But the Taj Mahal last month had the highest win in the history of casino gaming.
I know, but it still was not enough. It just barely broke even in terms of what it cost you. Well, the new book is entitled Surviving.
That's wild. That was wild. And whew. And that was just an excerpt. Let me see.
They were calling her low IQ. You couldn't call her that either.
It wouldn't have mattered to anybody. He wasn't a.
He don't call white women low IQ.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he do?
Yeah. Once they become.
He did. He called Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah.
He called Nancy Pelosi. Anybody who goes against him is low IQ. It's just that the black people get it first. We get to be low IQ first. But yeah, she was like, no, they're not. Like, stop fucking. And did you notice when she said no, they're not? He didn't say yes, they are. Yes, they are. What are you talking about? Because he likes to generalize. And back then he couldn't get away with the generalization, but now he can. Now he can. It's a fucking amazing. He hasn't changed a bit. That was 36 years ago. I'm sorry, 36 years ago, 1990. This is the man y'all said y'all voted for because of the economy, because he was such a great businessman. This motherfucker couldn't keep casinos up. Who fucking loses with casinos? I thought the house always wins. I guess. Well, see, the thing is, he doesn't pay anybody. Contractors, loans, banks. He doesn't pay it. He doesn't. His thing is, I get my name on a building, and then, you know what I mean, I get paid from that. And then whatever happens, happens. I'll be on to the next thing. That's how he's doing with these wars. You know, the shit worked in Venezuela. Like, he doesn't have any new tricks, y'all. He doesn't have any fucking new tricks. He goes in, puts his name on shit, makes shit look good, owes a bunch of money because he didn't pay anybody. I guess he gives them a deposit, but then that's it. He never finishes off. People sue him, but by the time they finish suing him and all of that kind of shit, now the project is totally failed and all of that. He because he stalls, he knows how to stall and delay. That's why when people say that he's stupid, I'm like, no, he's not stupid. He's smart as shit. He's just sinisterly smart. He's diabolically smart. He is criminally minded. He is. He's not stupid though. That's how he gets paid. And if you're not paying attention, if you're just impressed by gold fixtures and statues and things like that, shiny frilly things, yeah, you're gonna go for that. It's like the dude who really don't have no money but pulls up in a Benz with the system knocking, and you think he has money, so you get in the car with him, he take you home, fuck you all night, and you left there, probably didn't even get a chance to come. You know what I mean? And barely got a wet ass. That nigga's, you know what I mean? He smutted you all night, damn near it scraped you up. Might not even kiss you. Your dumb ass. He picked you up in the Benz and dropped you off in the Benz. You got nothing. So yeah.
He's a very gross individual. I'll never say anything positive. I didn't say anything positive then. I always thought anybody who worked with him and called him a friend then were a perv, because he was a pervert then. Anybody who publicly, this is just my opinion, any father who publicly said that the thing that he and his daughter have in common is sex is a weirdo to me.
He thinks that
any father who sits with another man, as this man speaks about his daughter like a piece of meat, and he joins in the conversation gleefully, is disgusting. And as a daughter, I would hate my father for doing that. And the thing about it, any man on the street who did that, the first thing people would think is he touched her. Yep. And let's not forget, at one time she said he touched her. And then she had to redact that real fast. But at one time, Yvonne said he touched her when she was young. And then the mother got involved, and she redacted that statement.
Well,
I believe at that time she was telling the truth.
Hopefully, well, check this out. You notice in his first administration, Ivanka was very, very visible. Where's Ivanka, y'all?
We ain't seen her in a minute.
You ain't seen her this whole administration, this whole second time around.
We've seen her at one or two events.
Did you? I haven't. Okay. Well, she ain't 1/4 as active as she was in the 45 administration.
Nowhere near it.
In this 47, I ain't seen. Have you seen Ivanka? Have you seen Ivanka? Have you seen Ivanka?
Really, just this stuff, this Iran stuff started. Not as much as we used to. We don't even hear from him as much.
You hear about Jared. You hear about Jared. You don't hear about her.
I haven't seen Ivanka. This dude in the chat said MAGA winning, so keep on weeping. MAGA not winning shit. Motherfucker, you ain't win a goddamn thing. You paying the same gas prices as I am. You paying the same grocery store prices as I am. You ain't winning shit. You a dickhead.
They complaining
This is equivalent. This is equivalent.
Like that man said, I voted for this motherfucker 3 times. He said, I'm the dumbass because I voted for him 3 times and I'm the dumbass. Because now I can't pay my bill.
This is equivalent to watching sports, and you know you ride for your team. Your team don't win no championships, and even if they do, they ain't putting your money in your pocket. That's actually taking money out of your pocket. You're buying the paraphernalia. You're buying tickets to the game. You're buying things at the parade. You ain't winning shit. I mean, it's nice, but you didn't win. Talking about MAGA is winning. Like, MAGA's not winning. And MAGA is decreasing. They're shrinking by the fucking day. Motherfuckers are jumping shit from Trump daily. He said, "Look, house ninjas, you turn dumb. Keep your chain." Look, you obviously. A man, I don't. You say your name is Rudy. Okay, more than likely, you're probably closer to Rudy on the Cosby Show than like Rudy Giuliani or something like that. So the reason I say that is because there's a good chance that with all of that Donald Trump dick that you're selling, you could probably make a couple of dollars. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe for you, MAGA is winning because, all of the MAGA dudes are gay. And I think Donald Trump has a little sugar in his tank as well. You know what I mean? I mean, after all.
Part of the group who said he did something.
Look, man, the MAGA dudes, they always talking about men run this. They want to be around. They prefer.
Did you hear him when he in the beginning of the interview? He was like, "Well, I wasn't scared because I seen a bunch of nice-looking, fine men rush into the room to protect us."
Listen, man, the MAGA dudes, they prefer the company of men. MAGA men prefer the company of men. Them motherfuckers, they are more gay rumors. They say the Democrats are the party of the gay. At least them motherfuckers out of the closet. Them motherfuckers, them GOP motherfuckers. You know what I mean? What's his name? Scott Jennings, Lindsey Graham,
Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson. You know what I mean? What are you sucking? Mike Johnson. I'm sorry, Mike Johnson.
It's the consistency I've ever seen in my life.
Yo, yeah. Them dudes that they talk all that gay shit, you know, putting women on the back burner and shit. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers don't want no pussy. I know. Listen, I'm just saying. And I've heard from people who go to these GOP, these MAGA events. They say, yo, man, they on some freaky shit. They the ones diddying up. It ain't the liberals. MAGA, they diddying. Complete with baby oil. They diddying. You know what I mean? You talking about life be lifing. Diddies be diddying.
Just dry, no lube. That's the only difference. Just dry.
Listen, man, you know, the jig is up. But I wanted to show y'all that 1990 interview because ain't shit changed in 36 years. All history, because he kept himself in front of a camera so much, he can't escape the truth. But they have suppressed the truth. See, he has said so much crazy shit over the years that it's hard to keep tape on all of them. You don't know which one to select. But if it was anybody else,
that are in line with this country. He has said all the things that are in line with the forefathers of this country. He has done all the things that are in line with the forefathers of this country. That's why it's been acceptable. That's why he could publicly make the comments he's made and no one said anything. Because this is a country that had a whole damn game show about a grown-ass man kissing little girls in the mouth. This is a country that produced that weird stuff. This is a country that allowed this man to publicly, in your face, fuck with your daughter. This is the country that allowed. In your face, he had a whole... We want to call it a pageant, but I'm going to call it something else. Where he was basically looking at your daughters.
Yep.
Not your teenage daughters, but some of them are your little daughters. But your daughters nonetheless. And he publicly said, I can go in the room with them dressed or not.
And that's what he wanted to do.
That's what he did.
No, I'm saying that's what he wanted to do. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? He brought it up because he's like, yeah, look what I do. Look, I have access to these young, beautiful women and they got to show me they ass titties. You know what I mean? They little young bodies and I'm getting my shit off and I can do it because I own the pageant.
And that's how he referred to them as women, and they were girls. They were kids. But see, this is a country that wants to play games with what counts as a woman and what counts as a child. So, I mean, you know, if you allow it, what do you think?
Well, this is what we working with. Like it or lump it. This is what they voted for. You know what I mean? That this is literally what they thought. But it's the business part for me. I'm like, oh, Business. This is why you voted for him, because of the economy, and he can fix it. And in 36 years, you listen to that interview and you see what's going on with the company being the United States now. The same old shit. Not paying nobody, you know what I mean? Putting up a good front, over promising, under delivering, the same old shit. But y'all seem to believe that they actually got something. Well, QG 125 says they will never fix the economy, is rigged on purpose. And I agree with that. But but at least the Democrats do bring down the debt some. Republicans never bring it down. They always rise it. And I mean, that's just a fact that you can't dispute. All right, man. But listen, we're gonna do these. We're gonna do the poll question, and then I'm gonna do these birthday shout outs, and we're gonna get out of here. And I'm gonna wish you good folks a good night. All right, let's go to the poll question. The poll question is: the GOP says that the left is always promoting violence. Which of these Trump quotes is non-violent? 51% said that open the fucking street, you crazy bastards. That was non-violent. Only 10% said that immigrants are all murderers and rapists. 17% said that an entire civilization will be wiped out. 22%.
This is the United States World Bye-Bye Tour. I believe it.
22% said when the looting starts, the shooting starts. That's non-violent. Whew. Gotta love it. And this was out of.
He was Jimmy Kimmel out there for freedom of speech.
This was 90 votes. Please, y'all, before we get out of here, please hit the like button. I know we could do better than 36 likes. According to 4.4 thousand people have watched this show, and you mean to tell me we only have 38 likes? God damn, y'all stingy. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Y'all make it. Yeah, this is the kind of shit that make it sound like I'm buying bots. Damn near 5,000 views, but 38 likes. Oh fuck! And somebody took back they like. All right, now you only got 37. Fuck you. Oh my gosh! Fuck you and your success, bitch. That's what they say. Right? Like, that's what you get for talking shit. Man. All right, man. All right. Listen, y'all, I want to thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate you as usual. You already know. I'm gonna do these birthday shout outs and then holler back. If y'all want to say y'all goodbyes, y'all can go ahead and do it.
Happy birthday, getters, today getters. Enjoy your special day. Everybody else, stay safe. If you are in the territory like I am of these storms, be careful, stay dry, stay safe.
Everybody be blessed. To my partners on the phone, much love to both of y'all. Everybody be safe. Everybody be blessed. You know how we work, man. Family all day. We all we got. Just be careful out there.
I got you.
All right, well, holla at me.
Peace.
All right.
All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. April 27th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Adelican, happy birthday to you. And also Kalia Mapp, Cookies Billups, Robin Ritchie, Nikki R. Dowell, and last but not least, Cindy Carter. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious April 27th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out. Rock on and do the damn, to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, you keep following this bastard all you want, man. The gloves are off from here on out. I tried to be diplomatic about the whole thing, democratic about the whole thing, understanding about the whole thing, man. The hell with all of this bullshit. Trump gotta go, but he ain't going nowhere today. Even his most staunch supporters are starting to see through the bullshit, and now some of his most staunch supporters are being looked at sideways and being called traitors and all of that shit because they are finally reporting the truth as they knew it when they were down. So now, it's as hard as it is to invalidate their accounts because they were his biggest supporters. So you know that they're telling the truth when they speak of their experiences with him and some of his ridiculous plots. Nonetheless, hey man, a hoe will always be a hoe. And you cannot get these cats off the corner. Let them go. But I will tell you this. It's never too late to think for yourself. It is never too late to think for yourself. So I would encourage you to do that. Make sure that, vote wisely, listen closely, and make sure that your heart is in the right place if you're going to follow it. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 1 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, for another Daily Go Getimism show. I want to thank y'all for coming through. I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. For all that I offended, okay. And for all of those who agree with me, y'all crazier than the ones who don't. But love is love, baby. Love is love. Be safe out there. Have a great night. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Be peaceful.